just say how delighted I am to be here at this historic inauguration of the United Nations Nairobi Hospital Treatment Facility, which is a result of a strategic and timely partnership between the United Nations, the Nairobi Hospital, and the government of Kenya. Indeed, I am aware that this important achievement was led by you, Director General, and your team in Nairobi with support from the UN headquarters in New York. And I want to say to all of you, congratulations for a job well done. Asante sana. Well done. I also wish to record on behalf of the Kenyan government, on my own behalf, and indeed on behalf of the people of Kenya, our sincere gratitude to our friend, the United Nations Secretary General, Antonio Guterres, his focused and visionary leadership in the affirmation of our rule-based and collective multilateral diplomacy continues to realize results for the world, even during this difficult time in history. With the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, I recognize the urgent need to initiate targeted population health interventions, which would ensure that Kenya remains a functional and reliable location for United Nations operations. And I reached out to the UN Secretary General and sought his support for the construction of a medical facility to cater for the United Nations staff. Mr. Guterres responded swiftly and boldly to mobilize resources and facilitate this construction, equipping and staffing of the facility, and for this I remain profoundly grateful. Ladies and gentlemen, this facility is a monument to the transformative power of collective global action. This is not a field hospital. It is a fully fledged hospital with facilities from laboratories and operating theaters projected to last more than 25 years. The facility, as we've been told, constitutes 100-bed medical facility, including 15 intensive care units, 45 high dependency units, and a 40-ward hospital. The treatment facility has state-of-the-art medical equipment, including a machine there which I don't know how to pronounce, called ECMO, which I believe is the only one in East and Central Africa, which provides indispensable support for hearts, lungs, and critical care patients. This facility, I believe, will serve as a showcase for the United Nations in Africa and globally. It will cater for the United Nations staff and their families, the entire diplomatic community in Kenya, and augment the health capacity in Kenya. It will also be accessible to all Kenyans even after the pandemic is eliminated, and will in future be used to treat other infectious diseases. Ladies and gentlemen, a project of this magnitude completed within a brief period of 3 months is no mean achievement. And I want to congratulate the United Nations office at Nairobi, the Nairobi Hospital, and indeed our own staff in the government of Kenya, all who ensured that the facility was completed in record time. This achievement enables us to celebrate the triumph of the human spirit and the collective will when confronted with a shared crisis. My administration stands ready to work with the United Nations family and indeed other members of the international community, including those who are represented here today, to make Nairobi the premium and preferred destination for healthcare services, as well as specialized and emergency medical evacuation for staff in the global multilateral system, including the United Nations. Ladies and gentlemen, this first-class facility with its advanced technological capacity and a convenient strategic location reinforces Nairobi as the United Nations Medevac Center in the Southern Hemisphere.